and welcome to Baking with Wine, the Chelsea edition. This week we're going to be making Eton mess, naturally. We were going to use a recipe from Nigella, but Nigella was a little bit too lazy for my taste and she suggested shop-bought meringues. So sorry Nigella, we're going with Delia Smith instead. Cheers Delia. Today's messy and greedy poos. 450 grams straws, green and removed. Sure. 3 egg whites, everybody's second favourite part of the egg. You can save the yolks for later and make a chalky mousse with them or something, but let's be honest here, we're making Eton mess today, it's enough work. 175 grams of golden caster sugar, so the sugar should look like it's been in a tanning bed for a bit. 570 millilitres double cream, and 1 heaped tablespoon of icing sugar. Preheat the oven to 150 degrees. So today, I'm actually going to be using an electric whisk, not a KitchenAid, because here in Chelsea, we don't like the staff to get lazy. We like them to do things the old-fashioned way. Normally, Ushi, you'd be doing this, but obviously we need Ushi behind camera. If you zoom in here, what you have to do now is you just want to whisk this until it forms soft peaks. For those of you who don't go on half-term holiday to Corsh, this is a soft peak. Add the caster sugar tablespoon by tablespoon until it's all whisked in. When all the caster sugar's been added, it should look like this, nice and glossy. Sure. Now, you have to add spoonfuls of this little mixture onto the baking paper tray, okay? So, just little spoon by spoon. I've used a soup spoon because they're supposed to be fairly rounded. Very easy. This is how we make a meringue poo. Pop these in the oven and just leave them in there for an hour. While the meringues are in situ, top up your champers. Take note, bougie, by the way, that I'm in fact topping this up myself to make sure it's not filled with Prosecco when I think it's champagne. We trusted you, bougie. We trusted you. So Delia wants you to leave the meringues in the oven overnight. But I say no, Delia, no. Got things to do today. I'm just going to transfer these to my prepared wire racks. And just leave them to cool. Shouldn't even take that long. They're basically just made of eggs. So, totally fine. Wash that there. Nice. And this is also how they should look, by the way. They're not going to win any prizes for best in the show, but seeing as you're just going to crumble them up anyway, completely irrelevant. So, you take your strawberries, mine are from M&S, sure. You can get yours from Waitrose at a push. If you can't go to Waitrose, obviously you should consider moving. But, so you need to mash them up a little bit. You don't have to mash them, you can use a blender, but if you like a slightly thicker consistency, then you need to just mash them. Ushi, if you want to zoom in here, see what I'm doing, mashing these little straws. So you need to mix the icing sugar in with the straws, make them a little bit sweeter. Sure. Then you just need to whip the double cream up until it's floppy. Hello. And then it's done. Okay, so now you need to take your little meringues and just crumble them into a bowl. Ooh, crumbly, crumbly. And obviously now you should see why it was unreasonable of Delia to expect everyone to wait overnight. Very, very unreasonable. And this is all that you have to do. So here we go. You just need to fold the cream in. So just plop it on there and just start mixing it in very, very slowly to the meringue crumbles.
Go.
This is what folding looks like. If you don't know, it's not exactly the same as folding towels, which obviously your maid does for you.
Okay.
So just put about 3/4 of this straw mix in there. You can save the other quarter for schnizzling around at the top for decoration. Just fold this in. Then you just spoon the mixture into some sort of presentation vessel. If you don't know how to spoon things into a glass, then you obviously really did go to Eton. Oops. And then you just take some of this nice straw pool, pop it in there, sure. And then a few actual chopped straws for effect. And there you go. There you have an Eton mess. This is what you should have in the end. Obviously this is my one. These are for Ushi and her assistant friends. Don't be alarmed if it looks kind of rubbish or disgusting. It's fine. It's called an Eton mess. Can be messy. For those of you who are wondering why we didn't use an ice bucket today with the champagne, little tip from me to you: don't have your champagne around for long enough for it to get warm. So cheers, thanks for joining us today with Baking with Wine. See you next time.